that night.
Yeah.
Back here because some people were sitting.
Mom, how you feeling?
Closer to yours.
I just was kind of,
Yeah.
I thought he said he wasn't doing it. I was like, oh God. Well, at one point.
There was a couple of others. But better understanding Bill's aggravation with not here.
So we can move the chair.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I really can't hear this.
It's not deaf. It's out. So you gotta deep.
We're able to
deaf.
call on him. He's just pushing the side. Lucky. Hello, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Slide on down, Josh. We're sliding on in. Give you some more
Yeah, why?
space.
Something wrong?
Georgia's headed to the house, she's got surgery.
Georgia?
Only.
Okay. Big, yeah, it's in there.
Jill.
Hey, Neil.
Hey.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. We will open with roll call.
No, that's.
Mr. Oglesby.
Here.
Ms.
No,
Reynolds.
that's
Here.
in here.
Ms. Jordan. Here. Mr. Cure.
Here.
Mr. Hardy.
Here.
Mr. Laturner.
Here.
Ms. Jackson. If you all join in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first on the agenda, we have regular meeting minutes from July 21.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Lauren Harding to approve the minutes. A second by Emily Jordan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain.
One abstention. Mr. Turner. Next, we have bills to pay, $115,638.75.
Make a motion that we appropriate the funds to pay the bills.
We have a motion by Bob Laturner to pay the bills.
Second.
Second.
Second by Lauren Harding. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, real quick, I wanted to give an update or kind of a synopsis. Everyone knows that the landfill caught on fire this weekend, Friday evening, I think about 8:52. Is that pretty precise, Chief? That a call came in. It was somebody at Gravy's that made the call into dispatch that they thought the landfill was on fire.
Actually came in as a structure fire.
Came in as a structure fire. So not even landfill fire. So they get out there. When they get the call, I think he said before they were actually out there, they said, oh no, it's landfill. So they had to kind of readjust the plan. They get out there. Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, he said by the time they got there in 8-10 minute time, almost 200,
I'd say 150 yards.
150 yards was already going. He said, which is with no more than the wind speed and stuff, that's kind of unheard of. But at any rate, it was already a very large fire by the time they got there. So they were there all night. Jordan disposal operators came out. Everybody was there. So it was lots of water and dousing approximately how many gallons?
Yeah, we didn't, I know there's a lot of stuff going on social media about water. We didn't have a problem with water. We did tanker shuttle with Baxter and Carl Junction and our R2. So we dumped approximately within the 2 days about 70,000 gallons of water. We had 4 tankers going pretty much nonstop. Made approximately 34 dumps. So, water wasn't a problem. It was just trying to, a lot of people say just put water on it. Well, it's a little more difficult than that because water can run off, so you need to find the fire first. So
Yeah.
it was a little more difficult than we thought
Yeah.
going into it. So
So then once the operators got there, then they started, and in the meantime, come Saturday morning, Friday night, Tracy already reported it, so by law with KDHE, you have to report it within 1 business day. A fire has to be reported to KDHE. Tracy sent the email Friday. We got on a call with KDHE early Saturday morning, really like help. I mean, that's kind of what the fire department was even saying. Hey, we've got all this water out here. It's really, I think the exact term Steve used was it's putting a bandage on a wound. Like that's all we're really doing, so we need help. They were helpful, but also they gave us the things, here's what we've done in other landfills, and basically what it is water, then cover with dirt. So that's what operators worked on almost all day. We were out there several times, so what they did was scraped the area, that was on the south side, is that correct? Where the fire was. So what they did was with big machinery, scraped the surface level down, and they built a trench, like a berm trench, scraped it to the bottom, so that could all be down there. And then I say reignited, I don't really know if it was ever fully out, if it reignited. Fire started again Saturday evening, again all night. Again, operators there, Jordan Disposal had an employee there the night, so they were able to call it in, know what was going on. So tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure after our meeting today, Michelle and those at the landfill said there's no flames, it's out. What they're going to do is, so we had a meeting this morning with KDHE. There were probably 12 of us on the call, multiple people from KDHE, and it was kind of like a debriefing. I don't know if that's the right word, but a debriefing. So EPA came down Saturday afternoon. KDHE asked them to come in for questions about the air monitoring. So they came down. They came down to the site in the afternoon. They tested 5 areas. And I don't want to specifically say what areas they were because I don't remember, but I know there was on-site and then off-site. They went to the high school. I don't know exactly where, but they said Galena High School. They said the Head Start. They said by Mr. Cantrell's house. I don't know exactly where that is, but they said by Mr. Cantrell's house. And so I'm not sure where exactly the other location, but they said 5 sites. If levels were detected, they said they were of no concerning, no any bad levels like that. As of our meeting this morning with KDHE, Doug and Charlie still hadn't gotten the official report from EPA, but they said that should be coming. And they said also it's kind of, not kind of, but what it is with the CMP landfill is they do have to regulate what goes in there. So they filter things out. They don't get 100% of the things out. I mean, talking with Mads and everybody else, they said we do our best. That doesn't mean we 100% get everything out. Cause of fire, we don't know. And honestly, I mean, the chief could probably attest. I don't know if that's something we'll ever know. They said it could have been stuff in the landfill, when it's compressed and compacted like that with the heat, the heat already, with the dryness of what's, lack of rain, all of that working together could happen. I mean, I don't know. Last night, unless there's been an update, we have no cause of.
there was a lot of fire, and I even asked, Royce was there when I got there, and I had asked him, do you guys see anything? And correct me if I'm wrong, you weren't there. You were south of town, I think. But, of course, it's hard to tell, what started it. But there was just a lot of fire there and I asked Michelle today, when the last person left the landfill. I think she said it was around 5:30 on Friday. So you're looking at about a 3.5 hour roughly window. And from that point, when we got the call, I'm shocked somebody didn't see something before that.
Before it was already as big as it was.
Yeah.
So, KDHE, like I said, we were all talking. KDHE just asked for something to be in writing what the plan was moving forward. So what that is going to be, and this is actually from Jordan Disposal, KDHE thought that was all great. Everybody on the phone could attest to that. It says, so they built the trench, moved all of it because you have to move the burned area from the non-burned area. They created trenches and pits at the foot of the landfill where the burning debris is going to be buried and stored of its oxygen. The active face of the landfill has been relocated today to the west side, so they don't risk any more of at least the current area being burnt. They brought a spare dozer that they had and relocated it to the landfill so that they have it on hand if by chance something were to fire back up. It says the fire, they're gonna monitor the fire, hourly during their work time, which is 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. I haven't talked to Chief yet, but I hope he'll, ask who's ever on duty just to periodically drive by. I mean, not go up to the landfill, just to, if they see, you know, smoke, flames, something like that, they can report that. Says if in the event that another fire or significant smoke does break out, they're going to water the area with the assistance of the fire department and add more dirt to cover and seal. As the heat dissipates, so this was brought up, maybe bringing, was it a drone? Is that what we mentioned? To fill up their hot spots, because the question was, is this surface level fire or is it underneath, or did it start surface level and get underneath? So right now the consensus was it's way too hot, because even now if you went up there, it will probably spark a lot of areas that may not actually even be a fire underneath, just because of what's gone on over the last couple days. So as the heat dissipates, they're going to communicate with the fire department to bring out their sources to kind of locate that over that, to see if there is anything still underneath, to see if that can be treated, more dirt, water, whatever that needs to be done. They don't want to open up any sealed areas because that could risk adding more oxygen and fuel the fire. It says the burn trenches, once seeming inactive, will be excavated and doused with water fully to ensure the fire is extinguished before returning the burned waste to the landfill. So I know that was a lot, and all that time there's been a lot of communication back and forth with a lot of different people. I will say everyone worked hard. I mean, I will say any person of any decency would commend our fire department, because they were out there 2 nights in a row with 0 sleep. Tracy and I, one of the things we asked Doug with KDHE was, what liability is up there with these men and women, because Jordan Disposal had women up there too, with fire going on. I mean, can it collapse? You know, what's going on over there? And he said, that is a concern. I mean, that is one thing that he said on the phone. So, you know, not only is it the lack of sleep in the middle of the night after they've all worked day in and day out, but the pure liability of being up there, not knowing what's going to happen. You know, the smoke. I mean, that was the thing with both Jordan and the citizens that live right around the area. I mean, that was, you know, I mean, just plain smoke at a house fire is a lot. It can make people sick. I think there were a couple employees that it really got to them and they had to take a step back. So, you know, I wasn't out there. I mean, I went out there a few times. I was of 0 help. I looked around. We took some pictures for KDHE. As far as any type of manpower, I did nothing like that. I don't know anything like that. I would have been of 0 help, but these guys do. And I think that's commendable to get out there. And again, I will reiterate again, none of them get paid. None of them get paid to do the awesome work that they do. So I think that's awesome and amazing. And you know what? We're here to keep helping and keep moving along. So that's where we're at with that. Communication has been great the last couple days working with KDHE. And they've been communicating with EPA. We've communicated with the Cherokee County, what's his title? Emergency Manager, Cherokee County Health Department. We've talked to her. So everybody's working together to try and make this, you know, fix the issue, and then even make it, if it were to happen again, which we hope something of this magnitude doesn't, that we have even a better process. We know what's going to go on the next time. So that's where we are with that. We need an executive session. We need a 20-minute executive session. This would be for attorney-client privilege with litigation counsel. And we need to keep in the city clerk, the police chief, and then the litigation counsel, Katie Olson and Scott Uford. And we will go from, let's see what my phone says, let's say 6:12 to 6:32, if somebody would like to make that motion.
I'll make that motion.
So we have a motion by Emily Jordan. Again, that's a 20-minute executive session for attorney-client privilege. This is to discuss pending litigation, keeping in the city clerk and the police chief, and asking our litigation counsels to stay in, Katie Olson and Scott Uford. Is that correct? Okay. So that's a motion by Emily Jordan. Second by Chastity Reynolds. All in favor?
Aye.